Other people in there. It's hot, not crowded. Hey everybody. Thank y'all for getting on. Paul. Hey buddy. Hey Leah. Thank y'all for getting on. Paul. Hey buddy. Hey Leah.
I heard that.
That's my phone.
Your phone. Yeah, it's your phone. Hey, volume's working.
Yeah, that's the truth.
We gone. Hello, hello. Let's see. I think we're.
Mine's down now.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can.
You don't have to. Ah. I turned it off. Okay. All right, we are live. Absolutely, we're live.
Yeah.
Having a little trouble with our audio. Imagine that.
All the time.
Welcome, welcome, everybody. I still hear your volume. Will it not turn down? Oh, there you go. He did it. Welcome to another Wednesday Night Live. This is episode 112. I see it, so I wouldn't forget it. Episode 112. Imagine that.
Yes.
How's everybody doing tonight? Got Leah, got Paul.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. We went to Kick tonight. Not sure how that works. We just saw StreamYard was able to stream to Kick. Yeah. I have no clue what Kick is, but we're streaming there tonight.
Yeah.
So if anybody on Kick is up here, thanks for following us. You've reached Down South Supernatural. We love the paranormal. We love to talk about the paranormal. We like all things paranormal. The biggest thing is we like to figure out if it is paranormal or if it's nothing. We tell it like it is. So, yeah, thank y'all for getting on tonight. We really appreciate it. Hey, I'm Father.
And my name's Vati.
It's really not Vati.
It's that damn Vati.
So did anybody see our little video we dropped over the weekend?
We're really wanting them views up on that video.
it was kind of raw. Did a lot of talking. We decided I did way too much talking in the video, but when you get involved and you're there, you just you're getting hung up in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listening, I hardly ever listen. Look at the videos and listen to everything back. Cool. I'm glad you can hear us, but it seemed weird watching a complete video of us.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird. You watch it all the time.
Yeah.
It didn't bother you?
Not really.
It bothered. I mean, it didn't bother me, but it just felt really weird. And I was like, man, every time a spirit would try to come through the spirit box,
One of us would be talking.
one of us would be talking, asking another question.
Yeah.
And we know better than that. We know you got to give it some time, and we still do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's good, Leah.
So if anybody's watching on Facebook tonight, I don't know. It seems like sometimes we get a few, sometimes it falls off. I remember when we first started, we had a lot of Facebook followers.
Yeah, no.
I think when election time came through, I really pissed a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
I did. There was one night in particular, people didn't know who they were going to vote for, and I thought it was pretty clear who you need to vote for. And I basically said, if you don't know who you're going to vote for, and you're supposed to vote tomorrow or the next day, I don't remember, you probably got an issue.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear who you should vote for. None of them were great, but one of them was better than the rest for sure. And anyway, after that night, we probably lost several hundred people. And I was amazed by that. So can't talk politics. And I don't like to talk politics anyway. Gets my blood pressure up. To this day, same thing. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I don't really care either way.
You should care. It's got a lot to do with you. For sure. I hear some static.
I heard a little bit.
These microphones are really jacked. They got a lot of power.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we hope you guys did enjoy our old burying ground. Little raw footage, little video we dropped. There were definitely some things that we did not put in the video.
Yeah.
Had a lot of bloopers.
Yeah, that's the truth.
We couldn't figure out how to do the bloopers. We kind of had a plan, which is something Riley and I, we wing it.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're winging it. We don't have a plan. So if you're watching.
I did have a plan originally.
Well, I mean, you got a little short plan of things you want to mention and not forget for sure. But I mean, actually having a topic to talk about. No. We just wing it. And whatever comes along, comes along. Oh, you're dark on your side. Your light's not on.
Yeah. I suck.
I'm saying that. Oh, there you go. You put some light on the subject.
There we go. Bring me to life. Hey, Leah.
You done told her had it about 10 times.
Oh, okay.
I can tell they're on YouTube. Looking at the comments, it's hard for us to tell when we see comments where they're coming from. Except YouTube. It actually does give us a YouTube symbol. So anyway, bring you guys up to date. As you know, we did drop our little video from, was it 2 weekends ago? Where we went down to Beaufort. Beaufort is an area that we frequent. I mean, we don't go anywhere a lot, but we're lucky enough our family member has a house at the coast, in Emerald Isle area. So it's only like a 30-minute drive down to Beaufort for us. And we enjoy going to the old historic town of Beaufort on the waterfront.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But the oldness of it, the history is there.
Yeah, it is.
Man, it's just, there's a lot going on there. But we, as you guys know, Riley and I frequent cemeteries.
Yeah.
And to this day, sounds weird. But
kind of morbid. Yeah.
We do. We hit the cemeteries. We're always testing some equipment, trying some new things. And we hit the cemeteries. But so anyway, we had our plan for the old burying ground a few weeks ago. We actually went the day before. I hear that static here.
Yeah. All right, stop.
I think it's my
All right, it's back.
You hear it, didn't you?
Yeah.
When I pick up on it, the static goes away.
Yeah, no.
Probably about to break it. accidentally. Anyway, we did have a plan for he and I for the two of us to have any type of plan is really doing good for us. So,
Yeah.
like I said, we went the day before, which is not the first time we've been to the old burying ground cemetery,
Yeah.
but we went the day before to kind of try to come up with a little plan. And being it was Memorial Weekend, that was something we had going against us because there's usually there's always a lot of traffic in Beaufort,
Yeah.
especially on holiday weekends. As a matter of fact, he and I, we were like on the day before we went to the graveyard. Remember, we went to Fort Macon.
Yeah.
We went to Fort Macon to the state park, and we were like, dude, we might just go here instead today. See if we can, get a little spirit box session in the old battleground of Fort Macon.
Yeah.
Check it out. Look it up. It's a really cool place. And we actually went there last year,
Yeah, we did.
and it was fun. It really was fun. But
It
this
was
time,
awesome.
when we pulled in, we saw they were directing traffic, and when we got up to the gate, there was zero parking. Come to
Yeah.
find out, they were shooting cannons,
Yeah.
and the public was invited. So the place just filled up. So we went and did our little thing. We went back across the water over into Beaufort, into town, and scoped out the old burying ground again and try to get a little familiar with it. But
Yeah.
as we were hoping, our intentions were to stay until dark. The actual cemetery closes at 5 or 5:30,
Yeah.
and we were kind of concerned. We were there about what 3:30, 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
and we were concerned that somebody might shut the gates, but the gates stayed open. Now, I'm not saying they stay open all night, but when we left there, it was probably, what do you think, 7:30?
Yeah.
And the gates were still open. The problem that Riley and I had, our intentions on going to the old burying ground were simple. We wanted, if you know the story, you could look at it. You know what? Maybe it'd be a good time to play that little video we found. It is not our video. I'm going to share the screen and see if I can play this. I'm going to play this little video. This lady sums it up, the story we're going to talk about, the little girl buried in the rum barrel. It's a really cool video we found today. I'd like to play it because it kind of sums it up a lot for Riley and I. Share audio tab. You see, I'm sharing audio tab.
Yeah.
So let's see if it works. See if it'll work tonight. Maybe you guys can hear it. I hope you can. It says you can.
In the quiet town of Beaufort, nestled beside the sea, a sinister tale lurks within the old burying grounds. This ancient cemetery, adorned with moss-covered oak trees, conceals a chilling secret beneath its serene facade. Amidst the weathered tombstones lies the grave of the little girl buried in a keg of rum. The grim saga unfolds in the mid-18th century when the Slow family, a name whispered in hushed tones, arrived from England to the North Carolina colony. Captain Slow, a merchant mariner, traded across the treacherous Atlantic accompanied by his infant daughter. Though their grand house stood proudly on the Beaufort waterfront, darkness shadowed the Slow family. The mother, haunted by homesickness, yearned for England's distant shores. The daughter, enchanted by tales of a faraway homeland, begged her father to take her on his perilous voyages. After relentless pleading, Captain Slow reluctantly agreed, bound by a promise to bring their daughter back no matter what. As the ship sailed towards England, the young Slow girl reveled in the enchantment of London. However, the return voyage proved ominous, as the specter of illness claimed the child's life. In defiance of the sea's cruel custom, Captain Slow refused to consign his daughter's body to the abyss. A grim decision unfolded. To preserve her remains, he sealed her within a barrel of rum. Returning home with the tragic news, Captain Slow faced the heart-wrenching task of burying his daughter. To spare his grieving wife the gruesome reality, he buried the rum girl in the cemetery, her casket a barrel filled with the very substance that had preserved her lifeless form. Today, the rum girl's grave remains a haunting attraction, adorned with tokens of affection from visitors. Yet, The unsettling whispers persist. Tales circulate of a spectral figure, a young girl, dancing through the gravestones after dark. The tributes left on her grave shift mysteriously, as if guided by unseen hands, leaving a chilling reminder that the Rum Girl's tragic tale might extend beyond the confines of her wooden resting place in Beaufort's old burying grounds.
That in itself was basically the reason why Riley and I keep going back. We tried, and we've heard stories, and we've heard several people mention the name of this little girl.
Yeah.
Naturally, I guess her last name in this video it said the Slow family.
Yeah.
SLOO.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure her last name would be that, but we've actually been trying to get a name. So as we wandered through the graveyard, killing time, and we actually got a lot of spirit box. You remember when we left, we were like, man, we really didn't get much tonight.
Yeah.
Compared to what we've gotten before. But man, when we got back and we started going through the videos that we had taken, I was really kind of blown away at the amount of communication we got.
Yeah, I was.
And some of it I feel like, might have been EMF. Because EVP, because we didn't, I don't remember hearing some of the things there. Well, it's a lot harder, when it's live to hear.
Yeah.
I feel like it is, don't you?
Yeah, I feel it.
Do you feel like you heard things?
Not really.
That were, yeah, some of it I don't know. So when we went back, we're, like I said, and I shouldn't mention it, but we're not the best at going back over evidence. We really are not. Unless something really catches our attention right then. So anyway, I'm glad my head attention. But yeah. Angel, what's going on? Hey Lee, how's it going, buddy? Hope you guys are doing well. Glad to have you tonight. But yeah, so that was the whole reason of us, not the whole reason. We still lots of history. The video I told Riley, man, I'm probably boring people. I'm reading things, I'm giving a history lesson here about people buried here. Yeah. That wasn't part of what we were doing. It just happened. And we didn't edit it out. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. We did mention it. We mentioned it a while back. But anyway, so as Riley and I were making our way to the little girl's grave site, and it's not hard to find at all. Let's try to find a picture of it. I could have pulled it up on our live, but I didn't. Let's see. Go.
Did I take a picture of her grave?
Well, let's see. Here's a pretty good one, maybe. It's okay. Yeah, this is really kind of what it looks like now. I'll show you.
Yeah.
So when you go up, this is really the only grave, of course, it looks odd for a grave. And there are things all over it just like this where people leave gifts. And as the video goes, the story goes is, whether it's true or not, they've seen a little girl walking through the graveyard. I did hear in the lady's video that we just played. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
She called it the infant. The infant child wanted to go on the ship.
Yeah.
Well, that bothered me a little bit because I was thinking the whole time this little girl was, between 3 and 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
And there's even parts of the story that says the little girl was telling her mom she wanted to go with her dad. Well, an infant can't say that.
Yeah.
So I'm getting mixed stories on the little girl buried in the drum.
I am too.
So how old is she? I have no clue. And if indeed she's a spirit and she's mingling around in the graveyard, whether it's her or not, it's pretty sure an infant's not doing that. So I feel like the little girl is older than that, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she is.
I feel like she's older than what they're saying she is.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, our intention was to try to get a name, try to find out that little girl's name while we were there. And we were actually getting, I feel like, and there are a lot of Civil War soldiers buried in here too. Lots of unmarked graves. I can't take that down.
Yeah.
Lots of unmarked graves in that burying ground in that cemetery.
There used to be Indians that lived in that area.
Yeah.
Before the city of Beaufort actually came to be.
Yeah, they
What
settled in that
do you
area
know? What
in the 1680s, 1690s.
what colony of Indians did you say it was? I
Can't remember now.
forgot.
I can't remember now. I should have, but I can't. It was like two different colonies of Indians,
Yeah,
two different tribes. Excuse me. I can't remember, but they feel like some of them were already buried there because there are stones there now with no markings. Very old stuff. When I say a stone, I mean like a piece of rock,
yeah.
not like something somebody cut to make a headstone.
No,
And
no, no.
there are a lot of those there. But,
Yeah, there are.
Anyway, so our you got to quit that. A little Snapchatting going on and all that good stuff right now.
It's okay. I go with hunting angels. Just.
So anyway, like we were saying, we ended up having to cut our video short. We actually, after being there about an hour and a half, we kind of made our way around at the exit point to get out of the cemetery, which is where this little girl's grave is.
Yeah.
And we were not there 5 minutes, Riley, 3 minutes. And we had noticed that there were a few other people that had come in behind us. And you can walk all the way around the cemetery if you hadn't been. But the next thing we knew, there were kids around us. We had a crowd in a few minutes of like 10 or 12 people.
Yeah.
And we're doing our thing, and all of a sudden I turn around and look, and man, there's a kid behind us dancing. There's a kid over here like, where's the ghost?
Yeah.
So it went south on it, down south. It went south on us pretty quick.
Yeah.
And we could have stayed there. And there's cameras in this place too. There's churches on each side of it. Actually, there's churches on all three sides of this cemetery.
Yeah.
2 of them are close quarters, and they actually have cameras there. So we were like, man, we hated to leave because our intentions was, to go through the graveyard again.
Yeah.
A little bit of history. That was me. I get hung up on the history nowadays, so I hope that didn't bore you in part of the video, but it was part of it. And I felt like a little bit of history might pick up some followers on YouTube who not necessarily crazy about paranormal activity and more learn about history, right? So we're trying to trying to get some more viewers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we set out to do. But the main objective was to get that little girl's name. So with that being said, that's why at the end of our video, if you guys saw it, part 2 will be coming. Well, part 2 is going to be this weekend. We're going to, unless something changes, weather gets bad, we're going to plan to be there just a little bit later. And you guys know we've talked about it before, how we do in graveyards. We go at day and we go at night. And we actually get more communication in graveyards in the daytime.
Yeah.
Not because we're scared to be in there in the night or in the dark or nothing like that. We've just tried it, man. We've done both, and it's actually in the city limits of Beaufort, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's actually owned by the city of Beaufort now, and it's the graveyard gets taken care of by the Beaufort Historic Association. So they kind of run it. It's a really neat. If a graveyard can be neat, it's neat. More. Because as you go in there, people who are known or they knew a little bit of history about them, you got to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course you do. So people, so they have signs on, I don't know, maybe 25, 35 graves, have little signs beside them. You probably saw them in our video. But as you walk in the graveyard at the gate, there's a little box and it has pamphlets mounted inside of a little mailbox. You take one out, and on the pamphlet tells you about a little bit of history on the graveyard, and it also tells you about the history of some of the graves. And what it does, it says like number 1, grave marked with a number 1, tells you who's buried in it, when they died, and the history of them. So it's really neat to learn about some of the people who are in there. But I think my thoughts are, that's great. We know who those people are. You have identified those people in this graveyard. But what about the other hundreds of graves in here that are not marked? We don't know who they are. My thought was, man, it'd be so cool if Riley and I could, golly, that was loud. If Riley and I could get some names of some people in there and validate it, not just random names coming through, trespassers walking through, but actually people who may be buried in there and try to validate that they are buried there. Indeed, they are there. Even though, we don't know because none of the graves are marked, but it would really be a cool thing to acknowledge some of the folks who are buried there that do not have a name on their headstones. So that was the intention, and mostly to get the little girl's name. So this weekend, Riley and our plans are to go back and see if we can get some more communication, especially at the little girl's grave in that area. And we're going to wander over in the area where there are all the unmarked graves are at. Other than to have, when I say unmarked, I mean, I'm pretty sure all the bodies there have been found with technology today, but actually have markers that maybe don't have a name or a date of birth and a date of death. So we're going to try to locate some of those and just see if we can get names. We thought that was a good idea. So that'll happen this weekend. Yeah, he's off over there wandering around. So yeah, it's I'll wait for him to come back.
Yeah, here I come.
Lee, that's a good sign. Life is good. I agree. Life is good. Every day is a good day. People ask me, how you doing today? When I'm at the coffee shop, it's a really good time because I've already been up several hours before the coffee shop opens most of the time. And I'm probably already had a cup of coffee, pretty talkative in the morning. Imagine that. But when the people come in, how's your day? How you doing? And people say, good, how's yours? And I'm like, man, it's a great day. The first thing I can think of when I wake up in the morning is I woke up. God woke me up. He let me live another day. I'm not going to preach on it, but when you wake up, the day doesn't get much better than that, guys. It really does not get much better than that. So, yeah, life is good when you wake up. Because I always remember this. There are people who laid their head down the night before, just like tonight, and have all kinds of plans for tomorrow that don't wake up. So, man. So when you wake up, you start a new day. Life is good. Yeah, her name. We did the same thing. And Leah, that's what gets me. We've done some research trying to find out her name, and I really just noticed in the little video we played. I hope you guys could hear that. We could hear it. But we've learned that just because we hear it doesn't mean you guys are hearing what we played. We're playing. But it said the Slow family, SLOO. I don't know if I got that. So that was the last name of the family. I haven't done any type of Googling to see the Slow family from Britain or from England. I'm not sure where they were from. They were going back on the ship. They were going back to their homeland, which was it was either Britain or England. I'm not sure which one it was.
England.
England?
Yeah, going from Beaufort to England.
Glad to have you back.
And are we ready to ducky punch this list?
No, man. Let's talk about something bigger than that. So anyway, this weekend, hello. Since you abruptly left us and you've abruptly flopped back in here and just trying to hit a list. Tomorrow's a big day, y'all, for down south. Like we were just talking about, life is good when you wake up. Well, if Riley is lucky enough and he wakes up tomorrow morning, he will be another year older.
27.
Tomorrow's down south supernatural Riley Sasser birthday. The big 27. He's getting close to the 30. For sure. So that's a good deal. And I think Friday, woke up, set the intention for the day. Yeah. Same way. And I try to remember that. I learned a lot, Lee, and I've worked really hard for a long, long time. Started working at an early age, working in tobacco, and I've just worked all my life, and I've worked hard, and I'm proud of that. I've worked, and it's okay. It hadn't killed me, but when Riley got in his accident back on June the 10th, 2014, just 5 days after his 16th birthday, he got in a terrible accident. What?
Angel, what the?
Tacos and chalupa. That's a good idea, Angel. Yep. I
What?
need to get Kinsey to make some of those tacos at the store.
What time you want me at your house tomorrow night, Angel? For taco and chalupa dinner.
Anyway, what I was saying, with his accident come along, and it took a long time. It made you be a lot more thankful for life, and I'm sad to say that that's what did it for me, because all I ever thought about was work, and I try to put family before that. Now I definitely put family before myself, in life, be thankful for the life we have, and none of them are perfect.
Thank you, Lee.
Yeah, slow girl. So yeah, exactly. So, and that's funny. It's spelled that way, Leah. SLOO, not SLOW. So that was their last name. So without a doubt, I'm hoping we can get. I'm hoping we can get her name.
I am too.
And I'm hoping that Then I start thinking about it. In that video, the lady said she was an infant. Man. So how does that change things for us? If we're going in there trying to get a name of a child who died, and she was an infant, she wasn't talking. Does that mean she won't talk now? I don't know. What are your thoughts? It's just Snapchat. You don't have to check there. We're right in the middle of a lie, and he doesn't.
I'm just tightening it up. I'm tightening my watch up.
Yeah, you check that Snapchat.
No, I'd have to get my phone off my side to do all that.
You got a high-powered watch right there. It's showing you got
one. I'm trying to tighten it up, doing it with one hand.
When we start doing lives from now on, I think I'm going to take all your electronics and put them on the table, so you can stay focused on what we're doing. But yeah, that was what we saw. Leah, the last name Slow. I'm truthfully, we've been there 2 times to that graveyard. Just flop it over the table. Yeah, it'd be all right. You can grab it on the way out. Gotcha.
Okay.
So I don't remember seeing that last name on that grave. I don't remember seeing a name at all on that grave.
I really don't.
Like I said, really, we just found out that watching that video that the last name was Slow. Slow. That doesn't sound like a British name.
It really don't. So English. They were from England.
Okay, I'm English.
I am too, I think.
Anyway, we're going to figure it out. I am, like I said, I've talked about it again, and I keep thinking about it. In that video, she mentioned that she was an infant, and she wanted to go back to her hometown on the ship with her father, who was a merchant sailor, and she wanted to. Well, if she wanted to, she wasn't an infant. You follow me?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's contradicting that lady's video.
Yeah.
She was not an infant. She couldn't voice her opinions. Mom, I want to go back with Dad home. We'll be back in 6 months, however long it takes to sail there and sail back. I don't have no clue. So anyway, can we get a name, y'all? I don't know. I hope we can.
Thank you, Paul.
I hope we can. I hope we can get a name. We'll let you know. We'll try to. I think we'll probably try to get. Did we go live? Yeah, we were TikTok live. We had a little bit of signal there. Yeah. So we're thinking it might be Friday night, guys. Riley's got a little tattoo session for Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that if we have enough time, we're going to be in the graveyard. And unfortunately, be good for y'all, bad for us. We'll be in there in the dark this time to make it happen, because I don't think his tattoo is going to take place quick enough. But either way, so Friday night, we're going to try to have a live from the old burying ground again. And we'll go live, and we're going, you guys, if you have a chance, we'll send it out. You do, you're doing, what kind of live are you doing? TikTok live? TikTok. Can you go, you can do live on Facebook, can't you?
Yeah.
Because we're live right now.
Yeah.
So I guess you could take your phone and do a YouTube live?
Yeah. All I have to do is go to StreamYard like we used to.
So I can do that right off my phone while you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
We might do that. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to try to get in there, and hey, maybe in the dark, the bad part about it, that little girl's grave is right by the road.
Yeah.
Literally, her grave is 10 feet from the sidewalk outside the fence of the cemetery.
Yeah.
So being in there at dark with some night lights and stuff, I don't know how much attention we'll attract.
Quite a bit, probably.
I don't know, man. I feel like it might be less than we attracted the other day because, it was kind of dark in there. Sun was going down. But the people who were on the street walking, they're walking into the town district, they were catching us in there.
Yeah.
It's busy around that place, too.
Yeah, it is.
Because the graveyard is right off the main street that goes down to the downtown area, the marina, all the shops, shopping areas, restaurants. Yeah. Yep. So that's the plans. Stay tuned, we said, for part two of the old cemetery.
Yeah.
So we'll hit it again. I don't know if you guys remember last week, I said we had something big we were working on. It's big. When I say big, guys, it's a location that we've been trying to get to for a few years.
Yeah.
And it's about to come to fruition. I can't say right this minute we're going to do it, but I can say we're going to do it. And we haven't been told, and we're in talks about it. The main thing is how we're going to handle it to not expose the property too much. And, do it discreetly, but do it the way we do it.
Yeah.
Just lots of tales, man. The place is kind of old. And it's kind of old. Been a lot of. And how do you say it without saying deaths?
Been a lot of fatality there.
A lot of fatality, a lot of unliving has happened in this place, and that's like a lot of old. I almost give it away. I can't give it away yet. If I talk about it too much, I'll give it away. I can't give it away until we get to writing.
Yeah, why don't we talk about some of that writing we jotted down this afternoon before the live?
So yeah, we're like I said, we'll be going back to the burying ground this weekend. We'll probably sneak something in. I feel like Riley's been working on something at Trans-Allegheny. Has a few openings. They have some things that were open last week in this month. Not out of question for he and I. The problem is we're not 100% sure if they're a 2-hour time slot or the longer time. We're not going to drive 7 hours for 2 hours of investigation. So we'll work that out. So they do have open dates. They usually book all the way up.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that they have a few open dates. And look, the open dates that they have, maybe those 2-hour invested 9:30 to 11:30.
Yeah.
Be there at 9:30 to 11:30. I ain't interested in that. It's too far.
Yeah.
It's too far to go for that for you and I. I mean, if it was 2 or 3 hours, that's one thing. But 7 hours, that's tough. They have 11. Yeah. So I'm interested in that, Angel. That's what we, drive 7 hours. We want to be in there for a little while. Oh, so 11
to 5 a.m.
11 is late, right? 11 is late. But hey, it really is 11. By 5 a.m., I'll be done anyway. I'll be exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the outer buildings. That's correct. So he's been in talks with those this week. The problem about Trans-Allegheny is a very large place. We've never been, and there are only certain buildings at certain time slot investigations, from the way I understand that people go in.
Yeah.
And we kind of wanted to do Trans-Allegheny this year. We had no intention. We had no intention of going to Ohio State, and we did. So that kind of took the place of our OSR. I mean, our Trans-Allegheny.
Yeah.
Because we were hot and heavy trying to get it locked down. But Riley and I are looking for some things to fill in. Basically, the month of August and September. Yeah. Our October is pretty much booked, and our November is just about every week in November we're booked up.
Yeah.
And plus, that's not even counting going back to ECU in the fall. We have two different dates that we're going to set up at East Carolina to do a little forum and a little talk at ECU.
Yeah.
And we're, like I said, we've been invited back again for 2 sessions of ghost hunting at the campus in some of the old buildings.
Oh yeah, and Paul said
we got November the 1st
with Paul booked.
With November 1st, Ferry Plantation. And let's see. Of course, October, we don't need to skip October. October, we got a little. We're going to be. Of course, we always do something in October locally. We just end up being locally at depending on if they let us do it again this year. We've done it for 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Harmony Hall.
Yeah.
We kind of like going there. Matter of fact, Angel went with us last year.
Yeah. And we're going to invite him back again. They wanted to go this year.
So yeah. So that's 2 things. And plus, October the 4th, we will be attending PD Region, the Holiday House Spirit Summit, which is their first annual Paracon at the Holiday House in South Carolina. So we'll be doing that first. That's on a Saturday, the first weekend in October. So yeah, our October and November is going to be booked. So we're trying to do some fill-ins for August and September. I didn't even tell you. So we said November the 1st is Ferry Plantation in Virginia with Paul.
Yeah.
But November the 13th on a Thursday evening down south has locked down a pretty big place, Old Harriman Hospital in Tennessee. So we'll be going there November the 13th. We'll be a 6-hour investigation there. So November the 13th, Old Harriman Hospital.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
And that's we usually hit a little mountain trip in October with the family, and we put it off. We bumped it up into November this year. That's why we're going to this place a little later than some of the 3 or 4 years in a row we've done investigating in Tennessee in October.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to be there in November this year. So I hope the cold weather don't get there too early.
Angel said, "Okay, awesome place. I've been invited there a few times." That's awesome, Angel.
But look, hopefully before the week's out, definitely by next Wednesday Night Live, our plans are, of course, we'll discuss, I'm sure, some of our graveyard investigation that's going to happen this weekend.
Yeah.
Part 2, and down south's going to get that name. We're going to get that name.
We are.
We're going to try our best to get a name of that little girl. And also, we're going to get some of those unmarked graves in there and see if we can get some names and try to validate those. And there's no way to prove it that if we get a name, it's that person buried there because nobody knows the names, right? But it would be cool to ask some questions and see if we can get some responses, when we're around those unmarked graves, especially the little girls.
Yeah.
And if we can't make contact with her, I was just curious if she's buried in there, or I wonder if her parents are buried in there.
They probably are.
Think about it. Wouldn't you want to kind of be buried where your child is buried?
Yeah.
But none of the graves are marked in there with that last name on it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. A lot of it's just not making sense to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Same with me. I don't really understand it.
So I guess we'll figure that part out.
Seems like a lot of questions with no answers to me.
No doubt. I totally agree with what you're saying there. So, yeah, I think hopefully by next Monday, you might look like you're about to make that noise.
I was trying to read what Angel said.
Woo! It's getting long. So yeah, August and September. So hopefully by next Wednesday Night Live, we'll be able to tell you guys the big location that we've been trying to get into for a long time. We have not.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about it to anybody. So hopefully we'll be able to announce it next week, and we're hoping that we can peg it for August or September, if not before. They do some things there, and it definitely has to be before then, or it won't happen until next year. So we're trying to work that in this year. So in the meantime, if you guys think of some places you'd like to see us go, we do have between June, August, and September we have a few spots.
Yeah,
I say June. June is this month. like
Yeah.
like the last week of this month. We'd love to hit a few local places again, and I'm sure we will. Just because we don't have it on our little makeshift calendar that we put together does not mean that we won't go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we're usually always somewhere local.
Yeah.
Anytime we go off and do things, we always take equipment with us.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. So yeah. Angel, uh-oh. Yeah, he did. He did. He did, man, down. Need me to pop the back? Yeah. Yeah. Your mama's getting on you right now if she's watching. Why are you strangling? Why are you strangling on that water?
Yeah, I know.
Any comments? Like I said earlier, I think we had some Facebook comments. Facebook, we don't see your comments.
Look at Angel.
Yeah,
wrong hole.
Wrong hole. That's some watery water. It happens all the time. Oh, nice.
I had to do that.
Nice. Nice. We got it going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh man, I meant to bring the laser grid out here. Angel fixed one of my boo-boos. Riley bought a new laser grid. Matter of fact, the most awesome laser grid you're ever going to see. It lit up, a place 150 foot long, 50 foot wide. It lit the whole place up from floor to ceiling into walls in OSR. I witnessed it.
It did.
As a matter of fact,
awesome.
When Angel broke out that laser grid that he made, I forgot I was at an investigation. I thought I was at a daggone light show.
I told you that something from NASA was about to land around.
Yeah, I thought it was a light show. I think I'm gonna go get it. Can you talk while I go get it?
Yeah, I can.
I'll be right back.
Let me go
get
my
it.
friend.
You can hit your list right there.
Okay. All right, y'all. He'll be right back. I'll take over for a minute. So, like we were talking about, I have personally spoke to the Trans-Allegheny front desk, talking to them about different times. We were really, for some reason, we've really been hoping to get into that location. But another one that me and my father were actually looking at before we had got the live set up was the old college on Hospital Hill that Angel and us were going to go to. Angel's talking about he had to reschedule that due to a work-related issue he had. Something's come up where he has to go to work that weekend instead of being able to go to that investigation still. So he had to put that off. But me and my father were actually talking about trying to figure out how we could reserve the old college on Hospital Hill as well for a date coming up. But right now, we've got a good 4 locations in November alone for this coming November on the investigation schedule. But
Oh yeah, we made it back.
I think the biggest kicker. Well, I'll let Father speak now.
Oh, I'm good. What kind of kick?
The biggest announcement I wanted to make tonight was I couldn't wait to tell y'all closer to this time, but November we got the daggone Harriman Hospital in Tennessee. That's a huge location to nail for us.
Yeah, that'll be a good spot. We've known about that place for a while, and actually, I'm not sure. I think they quit doing tours there for a little while. My understanding is part of that building is you can't access it, so I don't know what the deal is. I don't feel like it's all to pieces, but I mean, if it was that bad, they wouldn't have any investigations. They actually do daily investigations and tours there. They're open daily at that place. show.
Yeah, I just think that's going to be a pretty awesome investigation.
Oh yeah, about
Yeah.
Let me turn off these lights right here. I just want to see. It's gonna get. I want to show you guys. This is our buddy right here. This is logo. If he gets out of focus, it stays. Come on, focus on me. Come on, computer camera. Durham Paranormal. There, oh, you can see it. There you go. That light hit it just right.
Durham Paranormal.
This thing here, guys, I'm just going to go and tell you. Now, I put a new battery in our oval, and it did work better. Matter of fact, it's pretty bright right
Well, turn that sun back on. Let's see it.
now. So let's see, behind us. So this is our old one. We might turn that TV off. I'm going to turn that monitor off. Going on laser grids tonight. I put mine up against anybody's. Huh? So this thing here, man, and it does better in a big area. It's probably right now like a 6 foot wide, 6 foot tall square. Now it does get bigger. Look that way. That's pretty good that way.
Yeah.
It's actually brighter now. We put some hot batteries in it. But this bad boy right here. Oh my God Almighty.
That's the one angel.
But you guys, it's covering the whole wall behind us. It's as you can see, it's from behind us, it's corner to corner. And not only that, it's going across the whole ugly word. It's going across the whole ceiling, man. And look, so look that way. Good God, I wish I could see that.
Holy shit, man.
Curse.
I'm sorry.
Curse. But yeah, this thing puts on a light show. So in the paranormal world, if something crosses through this, you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, in a big spot, it really turned it out.
It really did. When he brought that thing out, I thought it was about to land Air NASA right beside.
Yeah, it is an awesome grid. If you guys need one, check out Angel at Durham Paranormal. But anyway, Riley bought this one from Angel, and it came, and I don't know. It's somehow in shipping, I think it got bounced around in shipping, and so when I took it out and turned it on, it wasn't doing what it was just doing. It was just doing a few dots. Come to find out, I was like, I looked in there and I could shake it, and I could see the laser lens was the laser in it was flopping around. I said, no problem. I took the screws out, pulled it out, lined it up, and I glued it back in and shut it up. I said, man, I got this thing fixed. We ain't even gonna have to send it back to Angel. I don't know, about an hour later, I went to it, let the good glue dry, and I looked in it, and I turned it on, and it was only getting a little bit of the laser dots were coming out. Got looking closer, and some of the glue that I had put in there had leaked in there and got on the lens. Here again, no problem. I'll just scratch it off the lens. I started scratching and pushed the lens clean out, scratching it with a little tiny screwdriver. So I messaged Angel. I said, I did it again. Yeah. I tore it up again. But hit him up.
Yeah.
This is awesome. We've had another one too, and it didn't. It just didn't.
It don't put off like that one right there.
This is a ghost stop one, but it's night and day compared to this one, the Durham Paranormal laser.
Yeah.
Laser grid. No comparison.
The one Angel built does relay races around that ghost stop thing.
I'm telling you, like a light show. In Ohio State.
Yeah, it really did.
It's like a light show.
It was awesome. What's that?
That's our little makeshift calendar.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, what's everybody else got planned for this weekend? We done told you guys all the beans and the spilling and what we got going on.
Yeah.
What you guys got happening? Somebody talk to us.
Let me hear
it. Somebody let us know what's going on. So we're on Instagram, you guys. We're live there. Not one comment. You never know about that place.
Yeah, you never know. We're actually trying a new website tonight called Kick. We're
It's an
streaming
app,
there
right?
now. Or a new app called Kick. We're streaming there right now as well.
Yeah, we're on there right this minute.
I honestly wonder how it's doing.
I don't know. We would. I don't even have that app on my phone, so I can't even check.
I don't either.
So Paul's wrapping up some equipment builds this week. That's cool. I guarantee you Angel's got something going on too.
Yeah.
I hear you, Lee. Lee said, whatever the wife has on her list.
That's funny.
Yeah. So this is kind of going to be a busy. The rest of the week will be busy for us for sure.
Yeah.
We're projects going on. National Donut Day Friday. So my daughter's giving away donuts. So if you're in Kinston or you're close by, come by and get you a free donut. She's gonna have a lot of treats, other things for sale too in the bakery.
And National Rally Day tomorrow.
Tomorrow's National Rally Day. Tomorrow's his little birthday.
Right.
What were you wanting for your birthday? I know you were. What were you wanting to eat tomorrow night? What was your meal of choice?
Chitlin, pork loin.
Man, come on.
Yeah. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Have that chalupa.
That's local. That's local. No. Lost our sound. Wonder what happened, Ralph. See it working here.
Getting touch something better.
I don't know. It says it's working. I hear us in the headphones anyway.
Yeah.
A little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, we've said enough, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's the places you'd like to see us go. Help us fill in our month of August and September. We'd like to at least do one decent place. You know, a couple places, 2 or 3 times a month is great.
Yeah.
But we'd like, we don't really have a lot of dog for August or September. I think I might have bumped the volume down. I don't know.
Leah said it was fine.
We found that with this volume stuff, man, if we turned it up where we had it, that's where we were starting to get up. When we had Brian on with PD Paranormal a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
the audio was horrible, and all we did was actually turn the volume down just a little bit. It's not even on a fourth of the way. Excuse me. So I don't know. Shoot, I can't compare.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys be looking out for us this weekend. We hit all the things on your list, buddy.
Pretty much.
Kick, I don't know if you can comment up there or not. If you guys are seeing us on Kick on the new app, if we picked up somebody tonight, check us out on YouTube also. We'll see the comments there. I don't think we've had any comments on Kick because I feel like since we're streaming actually from StreamYard, if there was a comment, I feel like we'd see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Maybe I should download the Kick app so I can see comments and stuff over here. I mean, even though we're about done.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about tonight, buddy?
No, I believe that's it. Oh, and we did want to mention we are still planning on printing some new Down South shirts.
Yeah,
we're trying to get as many of the older Down South shirts gone as we could.
Oh, and Lee, your shirts. We actually got them out earlier. Riley sent some off last week. Lee, yours were supposed to be first. and yours was the ones couldn't even grab them by itself. They were in a different box.
Yeah.
So I got your shirts out tonight, Lee. If he don't mail them tomorrow, I'll be mailing them Friday. So Lee, you get some shirts here shortly.
Yeah.
And got one in there for your wife too. And we are. I'm just saying we have had a lot outside of paranormal investigating and all the things we do.
Yeah.
We're building. We sold our coffee trailer last fall, and we're building a bigger one right now. So it's been taking up all my spare time outside of working, and me and Riley doing the paranormal investigating. I've been in the shop working on this new food truck. It's going to be big, and I call it a food truck. It's not really a food truck. It's going to be actually a full size bakery in this truck and our coffee shop. So we'll be able to do bakery. We'll be able to do homemade, made from scratch donuts in it, like we do at my daughter does at the bakery now. Of course, she'll have cheesecake. She's really good at cheesecake. Have those macarons, cupcakes, all the good stuff, plus the coffee drinks, lattes, fraps, all the good stuff. So, and we're almost done with this truck. So we're trying to get it ready. We're trying to get it ready before July the 4th, and I don't know if we'll make it. But between that, now we got some screen print orders to do, not just for us. We got some clients we got to do some shirts for. So we've been blessed. Had a lot of work right here lately.
Yeah.
And we'd lot rather be ghost hunting.
You're not an angel.
But we got to do something to pay the bills for sure. Lee, we've told you for months now your shirts are coming. I actually a little while ago got them. I was able to get them out of the box where Riley couldn't reach them, and I got them. They're going to get mailed this time. If anybody else wants any T-shirts, I'll say it again. We probably still have 30 or 40 T-shirts of different sizes. We want to get rid of the old ones. We'll send you one for free. All you got to do is message Riley on Messenger. Message him with your name and your address and the size shirt you want. Can't be picking on colors and all that. You're gonna get what we're giving free.
Yeah.
But they're coming. We'll send them out to you. If you can do it tonight, it would be great. So we can mail them when we mail Lee's tomorrow, Friday. It will be even better.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want a free Down South T-shirt, it'll be an older one. It'll be one of our original logos. I'm not even wearing one tonight.
I'm wearing an older
That is
one.
an old one too, with that old logo, just straight up text. But it works.
Yeah. And they're holding my camel.
Nice. Anyway, y'all, I'm done for tonight. Thank everybody who gets on again. I'll just tell you that. We appreciate it, y'all. We really do.
We really appreciate it.
If you know any haunted stories, any scary stories, any weird things happening, or haunted places you'd like to see us go, a list of something we don't talk about, put it on a list, man. Send us a message in here or send us a private message. Send it to Riley Sasser. He's easy to find on the social medias. Send it to him, man. Let us know about it if you don't want to talk about it up here. Places you'd like to see us go.
I'm a pretty popular kid. You can find me on social media. And not many people get hit by a train.
Yeah, he's popular for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is true. So yeah, let us know where you'd like to see us. Because we're looking for some new bloods, some new places to go.
Yeah, we are.
And look, share our little graveyard video out to your friends. Tell them to like us, subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us grow that thing.
Yeah.
Help us. We'd like to. And we just realized this week, guys, don't laugh. This is me and him doing the best we can do. We just realized.
What did I realize?
No, you did realize the same thing I did. Even these lives we've been doing on YouTube, every video we've ever posted, we've never put hashtags.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize that you could hashtag a YouTube video. And, those hashtags is what helped the algorithm
send your video.
Send the videos,
to the right viewers.
Get them in front of the right viewers. We didn't realize it. So our little graveyard video that we posted the other day was the first one we hashtagged. So that just shows you how far behind we are.
Yeah.
So anyway, help us out. Y'all can help us. Put the word out. I mean, we are who we are. We ain't perfect. Nobody is. But we give it our best in everything we do.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for in today's time.
Yeah, it is.
And like I said, Think of somewhere you'd like to see us go.
and hit us up. Shoot us a message.
That's right.
Shoot me a message. I'm the head honcho.
He's the man with the plan. Anyway, I'm done for tonight, guys. You good with it?
I'm good.
All
I'll
right.
send it.
Send it.
So
And at this time,
until our graveyard video this weekend, and or if you missed that and catch us on this coming Wednesday night live, you can catch us at that down south.
good night.